There are a couple other things that I do a lot to activate Ormus. Everyone understand what Ormus is?
No.
Ormus is a name that someone in the 80s, 90s came up with to describe this high-spinning ether substance. It's Ormus. It stands for, it has to do with the electron spin becoming orbitally rearranged. So traditionally electrons flow in a certain pattern, and that defines, based on the electron, the different elements are all based on how the electron's spinning, different states of matter. Well, when electrons go into a state where they become superconductive and they move really, really fast, they phase shift and they turn into, a lot of people say when they make Ormus, you can make Ormus, it turns into this white fluffy stuff. It looks like a cloud, it floats around. Well, Ormus is in high concentrations in your body. It's in ocean water, sea salt. It's in air, it's in deep spring water, really deep spring water. And there are certain foods that it's in. So in my experience, I am constantly wanting to induce more high-spinning ether. It's the same thing as mana. And my goal is to induce that Ormus, because why? That Ormus is what makes up your white matter in your brain. It makes up the cerebral spinal fluid. It makes up all these high-spinning conditions in the body. To me, food is very simple. Food will either shut you down and shut electron spin down. Same with everything you put into your field. Anything that comes into your field, you should be considering what is the effect it's going to have on the electron spin in your body. Deodorant, hairspray, toothpaste, shampoo, paints in your home, bug repellent, soaps under your sink. Anything you spray in your house is going to get into your field and into your cells and into your organs. Anything you put in your food, cell phones, computers, cars, everything that you have in your reality is going to either shut down your electron spin state or open it up into a high spin state. So pare back on sprays and deodorants, and all that stuff's just way overrated. Go under your sink, get rid of anything that has names you don't understand, get rid of it. Really, go out, health food store, buy 1 or 2 good soaps. You can use them on everything. Foods, you want to eat foods that have a specific effect at activating electrons, not degrading them. Fruits, vegetables. I always tell people, to me there's two, forget the fat, protein, carbohydrate food groups. Those are nonsense. They're completely irrelevant in this new season, from my perspective. There's 2 food groups that I eat from. One is the electron-rich foods. Any food that has vital electrons is really good for you. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains. Unprocessed foods, organic foods, non-GMO foods, electron-vital foods. And to me, I eat mostly from another food group that I call the high-spin electron superfoods. One is called rhodium, and one is called iridium. Rhodium is very good. They're both in superconductive states. Rhodium is great. It opens your thymus gland up. It's great for your lymph. It's great for your immune system. It's great for optimal wellness. And iridium is important because iridium activates your DNA, one of the strongest sources, which is why there's all these great cures that say drink carrot juice. Aloe vera is one of the highest sources of rhodium and iridium. I drink aloe vera like it's water. I'll drink a big glass of it. And sure enough, go drink a big glass. Most people say, oh, they can't stand this. The taste doesn't taste good. They don't like how it tastes. Drink a big glass of it and check in how your field feels. I drink a glass of it and I just dissolve into still point. Drink the organic, drink the good stuff, the non-pesticide. And just drink like that much of it. You'll see it'll just drop you right into still point. If I'm ever traveling and you're flying or something comes up or something you're not feeling great, go find a big glass of aloe vera, drink the whole thing down. You'll just totally dissolve. Aloe vera, powerful. Grapes. Grapes are one of the highest Concord grapes, and all grapes, loaded with monoatomic rhodium and iridium. By the way, your brain has a high percent of monoatomic rhodium and iridium. Monoatomic is another name for Ormus, monoatomic elements. High-spinning superconductive elements. Ether, solid, liquid, gas. These are just names for ether. Grapes, I tell you, grape juice is a mystic. It's been referred to in every mystic tradition, the grape. I live on grapes. I love grapes. I could eat grapes. That's all I could eat. And sure enough, there's another healing system that says just eat grapes until whatever you have is healed. These are foods that have Ormus, that have a lot of Ormus. Blue-green algae, spirulina, loaded with Ormus. That's why I eat food, to activate electrons. Any other food, put meat in front of me, no thanks. That's going to rob you of electrons. It's just going to take your electrons to you're going to burn electron energy to take it and to digest it and process it. And it's got a lot of adrenaline. It's going to corsify everything. Not that it's bad. If you go out and you eat, it's not a big deal. Yet, be looking at what can you put into your field. You put it in that starts to activate that flow of electrons. I love the experience. People often say, well, gee, you're vegetarian, you must not. We have plates. Lily makes plates. We put the cacao, chocolate, cacao. Really good. Activates Ormus. Certain seaweeds. I like purple seaweeds. Activates Ormus. The ocean is loaded with Ormus. The highest concentration of Ormus is ocean water. It's really high. It's one of the highest. Loaded, which is why we go in the ocean. It feels really good. Go in the ocean. What does it do? It activates your high spinning, your lymph. You get out. You're like, whoa, that feels great. You're smiling. It feels great. Powerful. Powerful. Air. Tons of Ormus in the air. Tons. Well, yogis say that there are these receptors. Watercress, loaded with Ormus. Apricot kernels, banned in a lot of countries because they kill things. Loaded with Ormus. Lots of berries. I eat tons of berries. Why? Berries are loaded with Ormus. Particularly those nice reddish, purple, blue berries. Saskatoon berries. You name the berries, they're great. You eat berries a lot, it's going to activate your internal Ormus. So again, when I'm looking around at foods, I'm like, gee, how many things can I find that have Ormus in it? Kombucha. For me, kombucha has, I'm not sure how, it cultivates some kind of Ormus effect. But get the ones that don't have a lot of fruit juices. A lot of the companies now, it's half Ormus, half kombucha, half fruit juice, which shuts down sugar. What does sugar do? It shuts down that high-spinning electron activity. Processed foods, sugar, all that stuff shuts down high-spinning electrons. We want to activate foods, things that support high spinning. Good salt. You don't want to eat table salt. Eat sea salt. Sea salt's loaded with Ormus. Getting the gist? If you're going to, to me, the first food group is foods that have a lot of electrons. That's good for nourishing, rebuilding tissue. Second key food group, Ormus foods. And what do I do every day to make sure I have Ormus? I make sure every day my body is nice, activated. I got lots of nice, fresh Ormus energy experience.